Who goes first?
I don't remember.
I don't know how we.
Holy camoles! It's the end of season 3.
It's the end of season 3, baby boys and baby girls.
man.
Happy All Hallows Eve.
Do we have special music? I don't remember if we do.
We'll get all special order.
Yes.
Ow,
That's sick.
My neighbor's got a son who's in his garage all day making spooky noises. I'll hire him.
Oh no! I picture he looks like Billy from Stranger Things.
He walks over, he goes, and I'm like, that
sounds just like Billy.
So like Billy from the Stranger Things.
Just like Billy, and he's like, "Hey, Miss Wheeler, nice bathing suit.
Hey, baby Wheeler, want to make a new guy?"
Stop.
Hey guys, welcome to season 3,
The
Monday Morning Macabre finale with Darson Scones, the spookiest podcast of the year.
And it, like every season,
We're
gonna bring it to a close with the Halloween Spooktacular.
Halloween Spooktacular. We're gonna bring it to a close and cling it to some bros. It's the Halloween Spooktacular.
Couple of clingy bros. Put that on a shirt.
Put that on a
Clingy
shirt and smoke
bros.
it. I hope you guys have a good Halloween.
Yeah, safe Halloween.
Check your candy and check your. I was gonna say something like cool and hip, but I couldn't.
Yeah, keep going. You got this.
Check your candy and hit me with the Addy.
That's
for
advocating
real
for
on
drugs,
God.
I think.
I don't know what it's advocating for. I don't listen.
Sounds
to
like you want kids to eat candy and do Adderall on Halloween.
No, give me the address. Give me your address. Way less weird. Don't crush Addy and rip candy.
Every Halloween.
Spooky Scones. What are you gonna be this year?
Oh, I'm gonna be a give me a second. Hold on.
All right. Let's see.
What are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be the Tin Man. See, my family, we've got a little tiny baby boy, a little tiny cute baby girl, me and my wife. So my daughter's gonna be Dorothy. My wife's gonna be the Scarecrow. I'm gonna be the Tin Man, and my son's gonna be the Cowardly Lion.
Nice. I'm gonna be sexy R.L. Stein.
That is a very funny meme.
And it's gonna foreshadow a little bit to a little segment we have later in this episode.
Ooh.
Yeah, did somebody say sexy?
Ooh,
I
Phil.
don't know what he thinks. I could not get that, Phil. I'm sorry.
Phil, do you want to say it one more time?
Did somebody say sexy?
Sexy. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he
yes,
said,
I
did
did.
somebody say sexy? Phil, what are you going to be for Halloween?
I'm gonna be a sexy hot car.
A sexy hot car.
Sexy hot car.
Sexy hot car.
Is it sexy comma hot car? Is it sexy hot car?
This might be our sexiest episode yet.
I'm getting hot and bothered just thinking about all those jack-o'-lanterns.
People are swerving on the road this Halloween.
And they're like, oh, I can't drive with, I'm so hot and bothered. They're all Tom DeLonge.
That's awesome. Oh, man.
Yeah, I just, everyone, be safe. Check your candy. Check your Addies. Check up on your mom and dad.
Hey, Doris.
They're getting up there. Yeah.
Shake them awake every morning at 4 a.m. Make sure they're still with it.
By their shoulders and say, it's
Nightmare.
yeah. The War of the Worlds was a thing and you were alive for it.
Doris.
Yeah, scones.
What if one of these Rudy Tabooties was listening? It was their first episode.
Then why did they start here, I'd ask them.
I don't know.
As they get so hot and bothered they can't drive.
But if this is your first episode, the Halloween Spooktacular is where we count down our top 5 episodes of the season as voted on by you,
our listeners. Like NPR. Not NPR, like PBS.
Because not only do we love Halloween, we also love voting. Get out there,
we love
everybody.
democracy and spooky masks. And they go hand in hand with politicians.
Whoa!
God, yeah, I'm making political commentary.
It took me a second there. Sheesh.
Yeah, Scony can't be president.
No.
Scony's not from around there.
No, I was dug up in Transylvania.
Scones in Transylvania. Speaking of dug up in Transylvania, have you seen this new Scooby-Doo? They're rebooting it.
Is it the R-rated
Yeah,
like,
it's
Velma
like
show?
yes, like the R-rated. They completely like switched up Scooby Doo, and
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
I've heard Scooby's almost not
Oh,
in it, so I'm kind of
he's
anti.
isn't he like a weasel?
What?
I think he's not a dog. Admittedly, I have not watched it either. I'm just
Wait,
seeing
but
snips.
this weasel is named Scooby, or there's another pet?
That
in it
I don't
that's a
know. I don't
weasel?
know if it's like Scooby's like long lost nephew, like Wheezy or something.
If they're just like, yeah, Scooby the Weasel, and we're like, wasn't he a Great Dane? They're like, no, you idiot. He's always been a weasel.
And then you wake up and you've been in a coma for like 40 years.
Yeah, and then like they're like, it's the Berenstein Bears, and I'm like, what?
And you're like, well, I'm back in the right timeline.
Well.
Is there anything else we have to cover before we start talking about our countdowns? We have awards. Are the awards coming
No.
later, or what's
Yeah. We'll do them a little bit later, but I think we've already covered Spooky, Sexy, and Scooby, and those are the big
that's
three.
like the big three of Halloween. I watched Trick or Treat again yesterday, as I do every time this time of year. Go watch that if you haven't. It's a fucking great Halloween movie.
It is the essential
It's so
Halloween movie.
it hits all of the notes of Halloween you want. It's a little spooky. It's a little fun. It's a little funny.
It's a little sexy. It's a little
It's a little
Scooby.
sexy. It's a little Scooby. It's got it all. It's got all of the three. And again, I highly recommend it. And now that we've covered that, we can get on with our countdown. Down.
Countdown.
Down.
Band?
Down. Band? It's the spookiest day to slick your spooky hair back.
And let those spooky dillies fly.
Welcome to the show,
Yeah.
where we count down the spookiest stuff that we ever fucking heard.
And once again, we're going for our top 5 episodes.
Top 5.
So thank you to everyone who voted. You're beautiful. We love you.
Thank you to you. I'm trying to be a local Rat Pack impersonator.
I like it. I like that you're local. Good guy. Local guy.
Only local. I only do the local Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm not invited.
Good.
Start spreading the news.
Sir, you have to leave.
It's pizza rat time.
You're just constantly like elbow nudging like Chuck E, and you're like the Rat Pack. Get it?
Yeah, get it. Let me lick your pepperonis, kid, while on the slice.
And that's about the time you have to go.
Anyway, back to the subject at hand.
Anyway, let's get to number 5.
Number
5.
five.
Darce, number 5 on this year's top episodes,
Give it to me.
as voted on by the listener,
There you are, listeners.
was the best episode.
The best. It's ironic that the best episode is coming in number 5 and not
I
number
think that's
1.
perfect.
It is funnier.
It's much funnier.
This is an episode that I really enjoyed because, well, A, it was really fun to record because we didn't talk about anything. B, it was also just very spontaneous and just kind of happened, and we just didn't end up getting to anything.
We got into so many topics, just like
Yeah.
weaving through. You'll hear, but
we really,
the clips you're gonna hear sound completely not related to each other, and that's pretty much
And
how
that's-
the episode went.
and that's okay. And then the third thing that I loved about it is that it was an episode where I didn't have to write any kind of description. I was just like, it's the best episode, just fucking listen to it. I can't. Because like after I when I post all the stuff, it's all like I've spent like a long time just editing the episode, and then I get to posting. I'm like, I don't want to put in the mental energy to like make a description that's interesting, so that I just get to just be like, fucking listen, and I like that. So shout out to the best episode.
Yeah, this was the
and
definition of us being on our dumb
this
shit.
That is a very. I should have made that the description. Because that's very apt. So we were on our dumb shit, and, it's times like these you learn to live again.
Darcy's feeling very musical this episode.
Well, once I got kicked out of the Chuck E. Cheese, I went to McDonald's, and me and Ronald had a little Foo Fighter moment. So,
Oh no.
yeah, he
Or
said
yes?
he said food fighter, and I was like, that's not it. And he's like, it is when you're Ronald, baby. And then he flashed me a 20, and then flashed me another 20. I was like, why is Ronnie walking around with $40? You know what I'm saying, Scones?
Oh, I dig it.
All right, here we go. Countdown episode, not episode number 5.
Roll the clip. Do you want to edit in the canned laughter?
No, I don't, dude.
welcome.
It takes long enough to edit this goddamn tomfoolery. And so anyway, guys, welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, the show where me and Scones talk about Scoopies. We talk about Scoopies, our favorite ice cream joint here in the Northeast.
Can you hear the laughter?
No, it just goes silent, and now it's very awkward.
Ah.
It sounds like screaming goats in my ears, but it doesn't sound like laughter.
Listen, ladies and gents, that's why the professionals get the canned laugh tracks. It's
Yeah,
not easy.
it's only on your end. It's a one-sided Euromania.
That's gonna be a lot of awkward pauses.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, why is this still...
No, I love it. Keep it
No,
in.
I don't. All right, gang. So, Scones, you're a marine biologist. In a way. You are
I play one on TV.
You're a biology major that with a focus in marine life.
Yes, yeah. I have marine biology.
Like, watch
experience.
this, listeners. Scones, what's the deadliest fish?
The one you can't see.
See? Marine biologist. If it was just any normal guy, that would have been like, I don't know, Mike Tyson and a bunch of flippers.
That would be pretty deadly. He'd be like, hey, get in here. The water's fine.
Wham! Water's fine. Last thing you ever hear of Mike Tyson.
Hey, the water's fine. Come on in.
Spray water through the gap in my teeth.
Put it right through your fucking skull.
Anyway, so I thought, hey, let's talk.
What, you don't think people came in for that? Why are you skipping over so soon?
Now put those dillies away.
We should say that all the time. That, for some reason, you saying that in that voice and it going straight into our music just feels so good.
Yeah, I know. I think it's just because that's like what every parent in the 70s or like 60s was worried that rock and roll was.
Yeah. I also changed in my head, or actually I should say, all the skeletons that are here in studio with us changed from just being skeletons to skeletons with slick back,
slick
like
back,
black
like
hair.
greaser hair and like jackets. Yeah.
It's
And they let their
fucking
dillies
sick.
fly. It's
Boys,
fucking sick.
Boys, you look amazing.
You
Don't
look
change. This is
beautiful.
it.
You look like a bunch of outsider skeletons.
We need merch with just that image on it.
Can it wait on the back though? Can it say "slick your hair back and let your dilly fly"?
Yes, it has to.
It's
I think.
gotta. Them's the rules. Okay. So the first things first, Scones.
Look back and let your dilly fly. I like lake monsters. Are they as I picture them as most lake monsters? So I know about Loch Ness.
Yeah.
I know about. Sorry,
Go Pogo!
cut me off if we're talking about any of the ones I'm about to say. I know Champy.
Nope, not Champy.
Okay, I'm guessing those are the only two I know.
Okay,
But
I
I'm
was gonna
guessing
cut you off after the two.
Champy's Lake Champlain's one.
Yeah. There's also Crampy, Lake Cramplain.
Ooh. Yeah, and he does not drink enough water or eat enough bananas.
Yeah, he has a lot of kidney stones.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad. He's just in the middle of the lake screaming.
Is it genetic or is it his diet?
Oh, he genetically altered his diet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Science.
to get more kidney stones. It's a really weird choice.
Have we gone too far?
I think so. He's an X-Men.
He's playing God. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Wolverine and then Kidney Stone Bill.
Yeah, it's the worst version of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
They're all dinosaurs, but they all get kidney stones.
Yeah, it's like the Legoland versus Disney World. It's just like they
The military the military wanted us to genetically alter.
All right,
them now,
we brought
kidney
back
stones.
dinosaurs, but here's the real cool thing.
People, this is gonna get voted at the end of the year as the least favorite episode.
Here's the thing: all the
We've not
dinosaurs
gotten
have
to a
kidney stones.
single goddamn monster in
Nope.
13 minutes.
No, but if you actually crack open one of the dinosaur kidney stones, you can find like a fossil in it, and that's fun.
Oh yeah, it's got a little like,
Yeah, a little like
it's got a little pill that
amber,
when you put it in hot water. Oh no.
Like we're going two different ways, but I like it both. Anyway, yeah, they're like dinosaur egg oatmeals. You just slap them in some hot water, it expands.
You just unlocked a memory I forgot I had. Dinosaur oatmeals. Oh, I do that for most tense situations in my life, actually.
I see. So I sang the Aladdin song.
You should have seen it, my intervention.
You should have seen his
I
wedding.
riff-raff the fuck out of there.
He always just dabs and then takes off into the woods.
No one's faster than Scones.
No one's faster than
Not after a riff-raff.
than an anxious Scones.
Yeah, shoes off. Through the woods.
Shoes off, chest out,
Hair slicked back.
hair slicked back, dillies flying.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking today? We're talking about. How funny would it be if we just never got to a topic this episode? We just
That might be my goal for this episode.
Yeah, we've both slicked our hair backs, but like one dilly's flying and one dilly is grounded.
Wait, that doesn't make us yin and yang. It would have to be one of us have our hair slicked back.
Oh yeah,
and
one
the
of us
other
has like
their
hair.
dilly.
Oh, wouldn't it be like one has their hair up and one has their hair slicked back?
Yes, and then the other one has their
dilly
dilly.
flying, and the other one has their dilly like reverse
In the
inside.
ground.
yeah, grounded. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, which one am I? I just want to know for the rest of this episode.
Is the one with the dilly flying also the one with the hair up, or is it like you know what I mean? Is it like one person gets one and then the other person gets the other, or is
Yeah,
it like
it sounds like the dilly flying hair up guy's just in like a wind tunnel.
dude, a dilly flying hair up guy is like that's my favorite calendar that I've
It's
got.
a wind tunnel, and then the other guy is just so chill with his dilly in the ground.
Is it
His
weird
hair
that
slicked back.
that hair up guy, dilly flying hair up guy in my head is just Jim Carrey? It's just
No, that's really good. Like especially like the me,
Yeah.
myself, and Irene. Him,
Yes,
where
exactly.
like his hair's straight up.
Yeah, that's the image I have in my head. Yes. Guys, thank you so much for this very on schedule episode.
This one's for us.
I hope you loved it as much as we did.
I
Make
hope
sure
you
to
love this episode as much as we love Henry Winkler.
I hope this one wins the season 3 best episode award.
There's going to be some violent comments. We've gotten comments in the
We're gonna
past
get
about
some
us going
emails.
off track,
Yeah.
and this one is going to be a harsh
This
review.
is
and
the- I'm
excited.
Yeah. So, thanks guys, and smell you later, nerds.
Punk rock.
What a best episode.
It was the best.
It was the best. We said it. You said it. You thought it. You wouldn't say it out loud because we were near you, but we know you thought it.
All our listeners listened to it and they were like, "Wow, this is like the 5th best episode I've ever heard."
This is the 5th best episode of the last like 50 episodes.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe this.
Wow.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Phil, top 3 characters on the show.
Oh no, that's our first award.
Oh no, is it?
Our top 3 best guests of the year.
Wait, is it actually top 3?
No, sorry, not top 3, but there's 3 nominees.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, so let's do that. Guys, best characters of the season. Who are the nominees?
And the nominees
Open the
are
envelope, open
defending
the envelope.
champion, Phil.
Ooh,
Yeah.
someone set Phil to vibrate.
Our resident therapist, Dr. Noodle Butter.
Ooh, Dr. Noodle. Speaking of Dr. Noodle Butter, she shows up soon.
And Bad Bart.
Bad Bart. Ooh, this is a tight race this year.
It is. All right,
It's-
let me see here.
Okay, handing envelope from the. Imagine like a hole opens up from hell and like a skeletal hand comes up
It's
with a little envelope. Yeah, just a little envelope. Like, here you go.
I'm like, thanks, Rick.
What if Rick's like, I want to be in the running, now that he's now canon.
Sorry, Rick. Maybe next year.
You missed the deadline, baby.
The winner is Bad
Oh.
Bart.
Bad Bart was a absolute highlight of the season, and I got to admit,
I think he talked about my toes at one point.
yeah, I think he wanted to see them, and then he was getting angry if you said anything to him. He would start to get really mad and say, like, "Don't talk to me like that again." Something like that.
He was ready to fight at all points, which is kind of why the people loved him.
Yeah, he was aggressive, but fair, and
that's what we reward around here at Sling.
That's what we like to see in our guests. So Phil, sorry, buddy, you almost had it, but I was gonna say second, but I don't think we would know. So first award of the evening, Bad Bart. Clap, 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 clap. The ballroom has erupted in cheers. Should we move on to number 4?
I think we should. Number 4. Number 4. Quattro. Quattro.
I forgot about
core memory unlocked.
Dude, oh man, you did just unlock a core memory oh man, Quattro. Go back to last season's highlights, right? That was the second season or first season highlights. When was that?
It all blends together. I have no fucking idea.
It's been such a long time. Quattro. All right.
Number 4, as voted on by the listeners, is the Menendez brothers.
Hey. This episode featured Dr. Noodle Butter.
Yes, and Bad Bart.
It
was star-studded.
I was going to say, we had a hell of a lineup that evening.
So what's the name of our awards? The Spookies?
Sure.
So two spooky nominees and a spooky winner in the one episode.
In one episode. That's how you know it's a banger of an episode.
It's like an HBO series, dude.
And if that's only number 4, I mean, come on. Golly. Watch me inhale a frog.
Baseball cards.
Quattro. So, Menendez brothers, 2 bad doobies.
Couple of bad eggs, dude.
Couple of bad eggs who were kind of screwed from the get-go, given their familial not discourse, the bad upbringing they had, if we are to believe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, if we are to believe what they say. But I guess we should roll the tape.
Roll the clip.
But we like to give you all the metadata, you know?
Yeah. You're a walking JSON file right now?
I'm a walking JSON file. Everyone, hey, what's your extension, baby?
Tell us.
Oh, no.
What's that?
Oh, that was a big
that's a nice smell.
That's a big sniff.
My God. A man has wandered into our recording studio. Phil, is he with you?
It's not with me. It didn't come in my hot car.
They call me Bad Bart.
Oh my gosh, Bad Bart.
Bad Bart.
I like we have another. I like how crowded the recording room's getting. It's way
the booth
better.
Is getting warm.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Phil, Scones, Darce, and Bad Bart.
And Bad Bart.
That's the boys.
This aroma, the aroma. I think your listeners must have a lot of estrogen and testosterone.
Oh my gosh, you can smell that kind of
Bart.
thing? Black Bart is creepy.
I can smell it.
It's like you're a predator from Predator, but also a predator from the United States.
I don't mind paying a little money for shots of their piggies.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's legal on OnlyFans.
Yeah, you bet it is.
Oh no, only Barts?
Oh, only Barts. Send me your farts too. We'll call it Only Farts if you may.
Only Bart's farts.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Write that down, Scony.
I'm furiously scribbling.
Oh, Bart just ran away. Bye, Bart.
Bye, boys and girls.
Always good when Bart comes to the studio.
Nothing like a surprise Bart guest.
Claimed that they'd killed Jose and Kitty after years of constant emotional, physical, and sexual abuse.
Aye
is right.
No.
This is just like a sea captain saying no.
Yeah, so it's either a yes or no. Those are my two additions to the pod.
I really like the no is like ASMR to me. It's perfect length.
Dude, I would see the Menendez brothers versus the Williams sisters at Wimbledon.
Dude, that would make so much money.
It would.
You make
It
that
would
pay per
make a
view.
lot of money.
I cannot express the like. I think I'd probably pay like $100 to see that on pay per view. Like that is
Yeah.
that would be electric.
Sorry, we've got somebody coming into the studio again, and it's.
Did I hear you guys talking about Wagyu beef?
No, yes, I like that of all things. That's what caught your ear, but yes.
Well, I wanted to say, here on my farm, I have an ample supply of ground chuck.
Ew.
And
Why
if
is it so ample?
anyone,
Yeah, what?
with lots of cows this season. And if anyone,
Just this season?
Scones, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, hit me with it.
You ever play volleyball on a hot day with your pals?
Yeah, only on the
With your
beach
pals.
though. Yeah, with all of my co-pilots.
Your socks kind of smell like gorgonzola cheese.
I don't wear socks at beach volleyball, but
Imagine you did. If you can get one listener
Oh,
to send me their stanky gorgonzola socks, I'll give you all the ground chuck you could dream of.
wow.
all right, there we go, listeners. The gauntlet's been
Listeners.
thrown.
Send in your Gorgonzola socks. and-
Straight to Bad Bart and you won't regret it.
Yeah, just put it in an envelope and write Bad Bart as the address.
And if
I-
you do regret it, I'm always on the run. You won't catch me.
Why are you on, what are you on the run from?
Wait, if they regret it, you're
Bart.
on the run.
Well, they won't catch me if they call the police. I'm always on the move, Bad Bart is.
That's true.
I'm
You are always on the move.
move.
This is the first time you've been here, so you must have been on the move the
Yeah,
whole
you
time.
must be a real move. Yeah, you rambling man.
You could sing.
I can sing.
You could sing.
Oh, I
Like the
can
Allman
sing.
Brothers?
You can sing if you want.
What song would you sing? What's your favorite song, Bad Bart?
Oh, man. Put me on the spot there, lassie.
Why am I a lassie?
It's crazy. Bad Bart seems so alarmingly blunt and confident in most answers, but this has him stumped.
He's very stumped by music, apparently.
So many songs in that there catalog.
Yeah. Which catalog? Like in the
The
world?
music catalog,
Oh,
lassie. I'll get back to you with the song, but for now, focus on those stanky little socks, listeners.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye,
thanks,
Bad
Bad Bart.
Thanks, buddy.
See you next season.
See us next season.
I really like hearing the trail off as he leaves the room.
Good old BB.
This is Dr. Noodle Butter. She's our resident therapist.
So many new people.
Dr. Noodle
Hi,
Butter.
Dr. Noodle Butter.
Dr. Noodle Butter, if someone admits to their therapist that they've committed a crime, like a murder, does the therapist have to report it or can they not report it? Is that not admissible in court?
A crime that's already happened.
Yes.
So if the therapist gets called to court, what happens is the therapist will first claim like client privilege basically, and there's like two steps of doing that, and they'll do it both times to try and like protect that confidentiality. They'll claim confidentiality basically twice, usually get a lawyer involved, whatever, but there are times where a judge could say, no, you are subpoenaed, you have to come, and then they have to present all of their like therapy notes basically, and they decide what gets read and what doesn't, but you try to avoid that at all costs.
Clip roll, baby. Oh,
Consider
is that
that
a
clip roll.
Burp or a
dude.
little tiny like frog, like a
some
peeper?
of the extra tape that we cut out. It's on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
I get really hungry and I eat
Sure.
some of it and it's just not going down. like it usually
Oh,
does.
I see. Yeah, it usually goes down. You notice Scones has he burps many an episode, and it's because he's constantly eating anything he can reach.
I'm like, yes, recycle this content.
He is a monstrous human being.
That's what they call me.
So Menendez brothers, Dr. Noodle Butter, Bad Bart, an
A
absolute
star stud. Mark Jackson.
Bangor main of an episode.
Absolute Julie the Cat Gaffney Bangor main event episode.
Absolute. What is the name of the girl that you were pining for throughout this program?
I was pining for someone?
Remember, there was a name that we kept saying.
What, was that my ex-wife, whose name I totally remember but don't want to say right now?
No. It was like Julie Somethingowski or something like that. It was like, you know what I'm talking about?
Julie Somethingowski?
It was like,
she sounds like a babe.
Yeah, she's like a
Julie Somethingowski.
Dude, she's got like otter-like skin. It's like so hot,
dude, I'd let her be so mean to me.
Oh, man. I cannot remember the name. But, well, never mind.
Well, that's okay.
That's number 4. What's number 3, Scony?
Ooh, well, first
we
have our next
awards?
award.
I was going to say, next award.
The Season 3 Hottest Award.
Oh, like hottest as in most attractive or hottest as in, boy, it's warm in this room?
The hottest.
Oh, man.
So our nominees are Phil's car.
Ooh. Dude, you got his motor running, as they say.
Hans Holzer's body.
Wow, this is going to be a tight race.
And the Slingin' Dinger's proprietary lava.
Ooh. So what I like about this award is which direction are we going? Practical, because I imagine the lava is probably the most physically hot. Are we going emotional, because that's probably, well, that could be up to debate depending on how you feel about Hans Holzer or cars.
That's true. I mean, it's up to the Academy. We don't have
That's
any
true.
say
The
in this.
Academy does vote. So, all right, well, fucking read me that card, doggy. Ricky, Ronnie, what did you
In
name
the
him?
card it says. Thanks, Rick.
That sounded like it was in reverse. The way your cadence was, and the card says,
Fall is dead. Thank you, Rick. And the winner is
Quattro.
Hans Holzer's body. Absolute banging bod, Hans Holzer.
Hans Holzer with the bod of the century.
He was the original Ghostbuster, and man, was he shredded.
And man, did he bust a ghost or two.
Busted made him feel good.
Hans Holzer, maybe America's next top model.
Definitely America's heartthrob.
America's throbbing heart, but maybe the next top model.
Maybe.
Don't ask
I
me.
don't know.
I don't know. That show was really fucked up. If you go back and look at it at all. Or is that Project Runway? I don't know. I didn't
Could
watch
be
that. What's the one with the host who's a model or something? I don't know. People, if you
America's
know what I'm
Next Top
talking about,
Model with Tyra Banks.
Yes.
There it is.
I think Jenny showed me like season 1 like last year, and we were both like, "Wait, this is like really fucked up." Like,
yeah. Oh, it is.
It's not allowed to. They did
not
things they're
age
not
well.
allowed to do.
No.
No. Anywho, that's number 3 with a bullet, and the award goes to Hans Holzer. So now we have Bad Bart and Hans Holzer both taking home a Spooky Award. So congratulations
Everybody
to those
just looks
two.
great tonight.
I can't stress enough how unstable the ballroom floor is, and if we put too much weight on it, it's going to collapse. I'm pulling on my collar and sweating. All right, Scony.
Number 3. Number 3.
I thought we were already at 2. Wow.
3. Quattro.
Quattro.
Number 3. So this one was a surprise.
Number 3.
Yeah,
this was actually, it's funny because we kind of mentioned it.
Yes.
As we recorded it, that
we were like, hey, dickheads, you can't vote for this one. And then people were like,
and then dickheads
idiots.
were like, watch me, mother effer.
So number 3 is our most recent episode.
Hey,
Jolly
Osterreich kid. There's something about attic daddies that I think America really kind of grabs onto, you
That
know?
episode hit at the right time in America.
Yeah, it was very poignant.
Yes.
With Elon buying Twitter. It makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So I guess I get it. Although I do
do.
think we did say like this isn't allowed, but well, when the votes come in, the morals go out. You know what I mean?
Sure do. So let's listen to our clips from episode 49, Dolly Osterreich.
Dolly, hey Dolly.
Attic Daddy.
Dolly's first name was Wahlberga.
Oh, that's how you
Which
become
is-
a crazy person.
That's like Wahlburgers. Like your name is Wahlburgers.
Hey, I'm a Wahlberger.
Wahlberga Dolly Osterreich, kid.
She's from
So-
Somerville.
Yeah, yeah. If she was from Somerville, she'd be called like Wahlberga Duncan Osterreich. So Wahlberga Osterreich, aka Dolly, was a housewife in her early 30s, married to the owner of a Milwaukee apron factory. Fred
That's sick.
Yeah,
that's my goal for my early 30s.
Dude,
They're coming
honestly-
up fast and ooh-wee.
Why does Milwaukee Apron Factory sound like one of those like Urban Dictionary like sex acts?
What'd you guys do? All right, well, we're a
We
little
did a
weird.
Milwaukee Apron Factory.
So she keeps me in the attic. Oh,
Yeah,
oh my.
I do not.
Good heavens.
Good heavens.
She has a need for a
Her speed.
Milwaukee apron factory.
One more autumn day.
We're sex positive on this podcast.
Yo. One more. Yowzers, dude. What?
How a bummer.
So life continues on in the exact same way it had been for 4 more years until August 20.
Whoa!
You all
4
right?
years?
Yeah, dude. They were. I mean,
Dude.
this has been going on for like.
Otto's a fucking
Well,
addict,
no,
daddy,
well,
dude.
listen. For the first house, Otto was there for 5 years. Then they moved to L.A. and he's there for 4 more years. So he's almost there for a
9
decade.
years of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was almost out of his 20s. Like,
Jesus.
so it had been 4 more
What?
years.
That's like formative parts of your adulthood that
yeah, that you
you're
spent in an
spending
attic.
in an attic.
Like ripping comic books.
What an attic daddy.
Yeah,
dude.
he went from an attic young man to an attic daddy in the span of 9 years that he lived there.
Is he looking like a ghoul at this point from just being in an like he doesn't have any vitamin D or exercise?
Dude,
or like,
you don't need vitamin D when you're a capital D daddy in the attic. Life goes on the exact same way.
and life goes on.
Life goes on. So until
Attic
August
daddy.
22nd, 1922, when Otto overheard Dolly and Fred fighting from his attic abode. He burst into the room where the Osterreichs were quarreling. He was brandishing 2 pistols. So think of how fucking crazy. like, if you're Fred, you're like, what the fuck is this? This dude busts the door open, just whipping 2 pistols around.
And not only does attic daddy make gin with you and sleep with you, he also protects you.
Yeah, he's a certified.
He's fucking armed to the teeth up there, apparently.
Yeah, this is
Do you
like.
think he's had those pistols all 9 years?
Well, that's what I'm
He's
wondering.
like,
Where
oh,
did
one of these days.
was she like? Did she give him the pistols? Why did she give him 2? Why didn't she say, "Here's a pistol"? She was like, "You need
Here's a
you need
pistol
a
to
dual
either
wield, bro."
Save me or use on yourself.
A wild story. Just like maybe the first. I was gonna say the first simp, but I don't think he's really a simp so much. You know?
I can't tell. I can't tell who's the simp because by the end she has
Yeah.
like 5 guys living in her house, just like making.
Yeah,
burgers
she's like
and
flipping
fries.
burgers. Oh, there we go. And yeah, so she opens the first 5 guys, except it's in her attic. And
Yeah. You couldn't see the kitchen back then; it was all in the attic. Now you get to see them flip,
so yeah, so most of the characters of that story were down bad, and like everyone involved.
baby. It depends. If you want like a normal, healthy relationship and to like be with someone in something meaningful, then yeah, they were down bad. If you want to
wanna live in
write
someone's crawl
Pulp
space?
Fiction and
Oh,
make
true.
bathtub gin while not paying rent,
They're pretty
kind of
solid.
you're pretty sick.
Um,
And I don't know what side of the line I'm on.
I don't know either. I feel like our listeners are like, we voted for this because we thought this was a very healthy relationship, and for you to imply that they were quote down bad is offensive.
Yeah, I think I'm
So-
a quality relationship by day, down bad by night kind of guy.
Yeah, quality relation the front, down bad in the back, kind of guy.
Down, I am down so bad in the back.
Yep. Amen. So, thank you guys for voting for the most recent one. Although, again, recency bias probably plays a hand here, but
I would think
Hey.
so if all the other episodes weren't like from the middle of the pack.
that's true. Also,
Even a lot of the
it
votes were
was-
from early on.
It is a hilarious concept to begin with, so I get it.
Yes, and Attic Daddies again. I think just hit at the right time in the
Yeah.
political discourse.
The
of America right now.
zeitgeist really.
and worldwide.
What did you say?
I said, well, earlier I said in the right point in the political discourse of America, and then
Right.
I said worldwide too, because we're international
and worldwide. I think they said, and we're white. And I was like,
and
what?
we're white. So give us money.
Like, it's a really weird,
Yeah.
thing to slide in there at the end.
And by the way, we're white. We're under attack. What is the next episode, Darcy?
Who gets the next award?
Just sneak in some awful stuff.
If you play this backwards, it is real bad. Paul is white. Do we have another award in between these two?
Yes.
Or is there an award at the?
Oh no!
like, how-
We have a special segment, and then we have one more award.
Oh, okay.
Next.
All right. Hit us with that special seggy.
The special segment is a little interactive, Dars. I'm gonna have you.
There's a little
listeners-
arachnid.
This one's a tiny little spider.
His name is Gorgo.
Gorgo, tell them what you got today. Gorgo's in the running next year for best guest. Gorgo and Rick.
Gorgo and Rick is my favorite cop.
I gotta
buddy cop
write
movie.
those down.
Dude, write down Gorgo and Rick for the next buddy cop film we shoot.
That's sick. A skeleton that lives in hell and a tiny little spider.
Name Gorgo.
If anyone here is gifted at art, and especially
gonna
if you are
say-
not gifted at art, please draw Gorgo and Rick and send them in.
Gorgo and Rick is a top tier duo. What were you actually saying?
So there's a quiz online on a website, a comedy website called Clickhole. If you don't know what it is,
I know Clickhole.
It's a funny kind of like The Onion, like silly articles that like kind of try to almost take themselves seriously but are ridiculous. So Dars, I'm gonna go through how many things have
It's a
you
solid
yelled
segment.
while having
Oh.
mind-blowing sex with R.L. Stein?
Oh yes, we get to read through it all.
Yes.
All right, this is a great. This Scone sent me this, and I laughed and laughed, and I hope you do too.
Okay, so there's a bunch of options, and you have to check them out. Check off
Yeah.
the boxes, and at the end, you submit the quiz.
It's an actual quiz.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Odds are, if you don't like sex with horror-themed authors or anything of that nature, you're gonna want to skip ahead to
Yeah, you're gonna skip ahead a couple
insert
minutes.
timestamp here.
Oh, don't make me do that. Okay.
Just skip
Oh.
ahead. Just press the little
Just skip
30
just,
key
just
until
yeah,
we're not
30 at a
talking
few
about
times
this.
until you don't hear something about R.L. Stein in a sexual context.
And if you're one of the people who wants to hear, and you're like, "Hey, idiot, get on with it," here we go. Odds are, if you've had absolutely incredible sex with R.L. Stein, you've shouted at least one of shouted at least a few of the following statements. So, Dars, first statement. So I'm gonna read the statement, and you give
Okay.
me a yes or a no.
Okay, so this is like the game where you hold your fingers up and like if it's true you have to put one down,
Yes.
but it's the R.L. Stein sex version.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Fuck me until I can't read, you spooky four-eyed Romeo.
It's so good, and also I can't stop saying it.
Is that a yes or a no? Did you?
Oh, that's a-
you did.
That's a yes. Yeah. I was
Okay,
actually that's
check it
that's
off.
where they got that. Yeah.
Okay. There are two things you excel at, R.L. Stein: sex and goosebumps.
That one I did not say.
Oh, okay.
It's actually close. I said there are two things you excel at, R.L. Stein: sex and goosebumps. But I was so in the heat of the moment, I couldn't say it correctly.
Hey, are you the guy who wrote Goosebumps? Cool. Now let's get back to having great sex.
I mean, who hasn't said it?
Holy shit,
That's a
I
yes.
can't believe I'm giving R.L. Stein HPV.
That one I thankfully did not say.
You taught me to love reading, and now you've taught me to love docking.
Also not what I said.
That's for all the Mormons out there. Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking of soaking, not docking.
I was like, what are you...
Sorry.
What is the correlation between
I'm
Mormons
thinking
and
of, I'm thinking of soaking. Soaking is what Mormons do, not docking.
It's really funny. Well, that would be such a funny, like, weird, like, why would it
Some
be
Mormons, like, what?
Mormons?
This is not even close to the disappointment.
Like, what? I thought we were keeping that to ourselves.
This is not even close to the disappointment that Louis Sachar said it would be. I don't know that reference.
That one's over our heads.
If they gave out Coretta Scott King Awards for sex, you'd win one for the sex we're having right now.
Right. I love the right now. The right now makes it so funny.
Did you say that?
Oh, yeah. I also am an avid consumer of Coretta Scott King Award winners. So I know I kind of have an idea of if he would win or not.
Okay, good, because we have a lot more of these to go.
We don't have to do every single one.
Oh, I think we do. Muy
Okay.
bien, Senor Stein, but why don't you have nipples?
I was practicing. When Duolingo ats you, you gotta respond.
God damn, R.L. Stein, you sure can fuck.
I like to think I'm more poetic than that.
Please continue whispering. I'm going to base a Goosebumps book on that punami in my ear.
That's a no for me, dog.
Wow, soft hands for some old man.
That one, I don't know if it was with R.L. Stein, but yes.
Scarier, RL. Kiss me scarier.
That one's one of my favorites when I read this list. That one and the one with Stephen King that's coming up is my top two.
Bro, you are successfully fucking my reading comprehension down to a 3rd grade level.
That one I don't like.
Stephen King is better writer than you, but far less sexually competent, I bet.
That one I did like a lot.
This sex is as pleasurable as your books were scary to me when I was a child.
Oh, man.
All right. There's so many of them. We're going to skip a few.
Guys.
The only
All right.
other time I've quivered this much was when I read Goosebumps, and that was the fear. This quivering, however, is of sexual satisfaction. Did you say it, Dars?
Man, you know, that one I'm going to keep to myself. That one's a listener's choice.
Robert Lawrence Stein, you are grounded for making love to me this well.
I don't like that one has weird connotation.
And the last one is just a pig squeal.
Yes.
All right, let's get
That one was-
results.
Get tabulate.
Uh-oh, Dars. It says you did not shout enough stuff while having great sex with R.L. Stein.
Well, gang, you win some, you lose some.
When R.L. Stein was fucking your Jesus Christ, was fucking your brains out, you were mostly quiet. Must have been tough to think of anything to say while the greatest one of the greatest children's authors of all time is making you melt into a puddle of yourself on the floor, huh?
Yikes.
And that is the Clickhole article.
And there we go. That's the segment.
We might not do that again next year, but here we are.
What number are we on now?
Number 2.
Number
Dos,
2.
2. Quattro.
Quattro. Gorgo.
And Rick. This episode number 2 was Squonks and the Lizard Men.
Here's what I love.
Yes.
I love a good cryptid, and I think a lot of our listeners do too. And
Who
I
doesn't?
think this shows in our results here. Squonks, an absurd cryptid. Like
truly absurd.
absolutely outrageous. But like, it's
Also,
just a crime.
Sad
It's like
Boy
a
Summer. Like, I get it.
Yeah, true. It's basically if Joji was a cryptid.
I don't even know what that is.
Someone will be like, "That's funny."
Special
Someone will
treat.
be like, because they just cry. It's just he just like cries and is depressed, and that's like that's
Until
what
his
he is.
tears kill him.
Yeah, that's that. Someone who knows Joji will be like, "That's funny." I'm convinced. I'm calling my shot on that one. Yeah, I love a good squonk.
Squonk.
Scones, what do you think?
Yeah, cryptids are always great, and I'm glad to see some representation this year.
Yeah, always good to hear from various cryptids of different species. You know.
So let's roll that mother flipping.
Roll the clip.
I just got back from camping in the Northeast.
Oh no,
And,
glamping or camping?
It was camping.
All right,
camping.
all right.
It was hot. It was hot as fuck.
F, marry, kill, glamping, camping.
Ooh,
Ooh.
F glamping.
Yep.
Marry camping.
Yeah.
And then secretly kill camping later for the inheritance money.
Ooh, the inheritance money, not the insurance money. The inheritance.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Inheritance.
So you're inheriting from the camping family.
Oh yeah. Big Daddy Camping's gonna be
Big Camping's got that.
There's camping's an only child. If you didn't hear.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was
going to me.
I thought it was
baby.
siblings with fishing.
Not after I'm done.
Wait, what does that mean? Are you gonna kill?
Keep that between you, me,
and
in the trees,
and the
between us
man
right now.
above.
Couple Crypt Daddies.
We got some Crypt Daddies in the house, and
We're not talking about
boy,
us.
is the first Crypt Daddy a real Monday morning? It sounds like something we would have made up. So I was like, I love this.
Hell yes.
So Scones, we're gonna talk about Pennsylvania's squonk, which it's exactly what it sounds like. It's quote the homeliest.
Dude, I was getting squonked
Oh,
while
no.
camping.
Getting squonked in the backseat of a Ford. Memories. So the squonk is the homeliest animal in the world.
Someday your daughter can listen to this.
Yeah, how do you think she got here, dude? Garbed in a loose, warty, singularly ill-fitting skin.
Ugh.
The squonk is always unhappy, even morbid.
This is my Hinge profile, dude.
He is given to constant weeping over his really upsetting appearance.
Yeah, this is it, dude. This is the whole Hinge profile.
You should just make your Hinge profile a link to a Wikipedia article of the squonk.
Ill-fitting skin.
Constant weeping.
What was it? Yeah, constant weeping.
And loose, warty, ill-fitting skin.
But also body positive.
But can't stop, won't stop. Fenders had been ripped off, the antenna bent, deep scratches along the body and chrome trim had seemingly been chewed off. Could it be the monster again? Over the course of the summer...
Could it also just be chrome thieves?
Yeah, dressed up as
that
lizards?
made this up?
That'd
Yeah,
be
like
sick.
what if I was like, oh no, it's the frog man and he loves taking money and eating it out of ATMs. He loves copper wiring.
Just Scones walking up to an ATM at like midnight in a frog suit.
Ribbit! And then I punch out the camera.
Like, Jesus Christ! I told you it was real!
We need the National Guard.
Visitors to the area around Skateboard Swamp are encouraged to remain vigilant. However, for the inevitable return of South Carolina's very own monster. So the next time you're in Bishopsville, perhaps to admire the Button King's button-covered hearse,
Of course.
or of course, as one does.
Always got to check into the Button King.
Rest in peace, Button
his
King.
hearse.
If you're a Button King out there, or a humble Button King, humble Button King, humble King,
Humble Button King.
or to see what may be the largest boll weevil in history at the Cotton Museum,
Oh, yeah.
keep an eye out for what is probably the quirkiest resident of what very well may be the quirkiest town in South Carolina. That's a clip.
It's a clip.
It's a clippy dippy doo.
Clip me.
Oh man, if I was smart, I would insert some like I don't know, some claps or something so I could see the waveform where the clips are. You know?
Da da da. Da 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 da.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Scony,
Yes.
Did you love the squonk? Did you live this squonk? Did you breathe this squonk?
Yes.
Good. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm excited for the next award.
Yes.
So
The
if
final
you wanna...
award. Best Horror Podcast of the Year.
Oh, man.
As
this
voted
one.
on by the Academy.
The Academy of Podcasts.
Of
Spooky
course.
Podcast. Of course. What are the options, Scuzz? How many are there?
The nominees are
Drum
the
roll.
No Sleep Podcast.
Ooh.
The Last
And-
Podcast on the Left.
Ooh.
And Monday Morning Macabre.
Oh, my God. We got nominated?
And the winner is...
Oh, my God. 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 Oh, my God.
Thank you, Rick.
Gorgo. Hold my hand.
Gorgo, can you hand me my cheaters? Thank you. Monday Morning Macabre.
We won.
The stars came out and they were not disappointed.
Listen, as a victor this year, I just want to
Ugh.
say
The after
As
party's
a
gonna be
winner?
sick.
I'm popping champagne like I won a championship game.
Yeah, look at Gorgo's already got his like skiing goggles on.
Gorgo. Yeah, Gorgo's partying. We're gonna be playing, having a StarCraft LAN tournament on the plane home.
It's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be sick. Thank you all so much for really putting our podcast above every other spooky podcast and making that happen. I
We
want
do
to
it all
thank
for
the
the
Academy.
listeners.
I want to thank the Academy. What if the Academy was the Academy is from 2006?
I don't even know that reference.
Okay, again, never mind.
That same guy is gonna be like, "Oh, another zinger for guys."
Another very specific reference.
No, we do love the listeners. Thank you so much, everybody. Before we get to our final one, all these episodes are for you, except the best episode that was for us.
So the best episode, that one was for us. Actually, nobody voted for it. We
And
just
that
put it in
clickhole
here.
segment was probably more for us than
That's probably true.
clickhole. Please don't sue us.
Listeners, thank you again for 3 seasons of goofs, gaffs, and spooky
Spooky ecstasy.
spooky ecstasy sounds like a cologne that I would buy. Making it hashtag
So Das,
yes girl. Girlfriend.
number 1.
Thanks, bestie.
Number 1. Number
What?
1.
Quattro.
Number 1. Quattro. Number 1. 1. Uno. 1. Darce, this year, number 1, with a bullet. A landslide victory.
Yes, a lot of votes came in for this one, gang, and I have to agree. It was I'm gonna say it. It was a poggers episode.
Absolutely poggers. Episode 1, as voted on by you, the listeners. The best episode, which is not, the best episode, but the favorite episode of
yeah.
season 3 is the Loveland Frogman.
Woo! Yeah!
Lovey-dovey.
What an amazing cryptid this is.
So
And like I
good.
said-
He's got an attitude, or he or she or it or
It
they, whatever it is, has an attitude, and it is fucking ratitude, dude.
It's Ratitude. It's a Weezer album.
Yes.
And like I said, we love cryptids here, and seeing the top 2 episodes being cryptid related, really love to see it.
Yes.
And the Loveland Frogman he's like a wizard. He's a no-nonsense character.
He does it all.
He does it all. He covers the whole damn spectrum.
Just all covered,
He
dude.
does this whole damn spectrum. And I love him.
Just
I'm
the
gonna
way,
marry him.
The way that anyone who saw the Loveland Frogman interacted with it is just, the stories are unbelievable.
Yeah, they're all as absurd as the last.
Yes.
And they also have the same characteristics. It's crazy.
Yes. And Loveland, like that whole, I think, like there's a bunch of other cartoonish stuff about that town or like that part of the country. And it's just amazing. And I loved
Big
learning
fan.
about it. And so did the listeners.
Amen.
So let's
So-
roll the final clip
The final clip
of season 3. Yes.
You know that it's a big week for everyone here at the pod.
Oh.
Why don't you tell the listeners why?
Oh, because I just started watching The Sopranos, and it's going real well.
And you're really loving that whole psychiatrist thing.
Yeah. Give me more of that.
Yeah. I'm Tony, baby. Do your best.
I like
Tony.
the show because everyone looks like normal people. There's no like weird movie star good looks in that show.
Oh yeah,
They're all dudes between the age of 40 and 70.
Scones hates attractive people.
They get me going.
Scones is like every day he's like, oh, if I see an attractive person, I'm gonna blow my top.
It's because I secretly love them.
Yeah, it's because before he blows his top, he blows his bottoms, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. So this week I'm going to be presenting a story. If my
Shit!
Right, I think I am.
Oh, you are.
All right, good. And Scones is going to sit back, kick his feet up, and stink up the room while
like I do.
Because Scones, today we're going to be talking about another crazy cryptid that I found.
No way.
That I had crazy cryptids that I had to talk about. This is
Please
the
do.
Loveland Frogman.
Oh my! This room's gonna stink.
Ohio's most famous cryptid. So, band,
Hell yes.
tickle me bones, babies. Imagine Kermit got a taste for bath salts and
Now
simply decided to go all Deliverance on his Porky Paramore. Full banjo crescendo. Miss Piggy running around as if she had just seen the devil. Gonzo with one of those fancy bow and arrows. Fozzie dead on the ground, his body ripped to grisly grit while animals feast on his entrails. Oh, the humanity!
This is Pulitzer Prize winning shit. That's amazing.
Beaker flipping a chainsaw in the air.
Oh, wait, it's not done.
It's not done. We're only halfway there.
Gonna listen to how all of the Muppets graphically killed each other.
Yep. Beaker flipping a chainsaw in the air, dancing in a rainbow shower of blood. My editor just knocked on the door, told me I'm mixing my metaphorical movie Moxie and, to quote, off the tangent, man.
I thought this guy sounds like he's in our union.
I was about to say, this guy is definitely slinging dingers adjacent, so shout out to
I was
Bloggers.
expecting to hear like Snuffleupagus like bash the skull in of like, I don't know, the two old guys.
Yeah. Professor Edgar Slotkin compared the Loveland Frog to Paul Bunyan, the creature gaining certain notoriety as a folk legend in the same vein as Paul, Old Stormalong, and the Chupacabra. Slotkin studied the phenomenon and even graphed the sightings. He noted that the stories have not only been passed down through generations, but that most reports of the Loveland Frog come in predictable cycles.
Like, the clown from It.
Yes. Every 7 years, a 4-foot frog comes out and sings you a tune with his banjo. So, this section is called the Loveland Froggy Ballad. The legend of the Loveland Frog can be traced back to the post-war era, to the rockin' 50s.
Hey. Fuck the
Hatchy
50s.
Fuck
Bring
you.
that hashtag back.
Hashtag. Stories started popping out, tales that differed slightly from one another about a massive frog causing all manner of mischief. Urban legends that seem far-fetched but are incredibly exciting and fun. Urban legends that seem far-fetched but are incredibly exciting and fun spread, like the Mothman or the Chupacabra. The Loveland Frog has more or less become an icon of an era, and an era where UFOs were becoming a thing. Pulp sci-fi movies were hot, and America's youth was even hotter now. And America's youth was starting to envision what Woodstock and all those psychedelics might do to their system. The tale starts off more or less the same. It's a balmy May 5th evening.
It's a bunch of greasers like hitting on a bunch of girls.
In one story, the motorist is heading out of the Branch Hill neighborhood when he shines his car headlights on the huge figures. The trio erected on their hind legs and just standing in the middle of the road. The man honks his horn, the figures perk up, they twist their necks around, a gasp! All three look at the driver with leathery skin and frog faces, which is how I'm described as well in my sightings. The
People,
other version,
almost hit me in the middle of the road at night in the highway.
And we're standing there like, ooh! The other version goes like this. The motorist spots the creatures under the Loveland Bridge, one of the many going over the Little Miami River. He
The
honks
Little
his horn.
Miami River?
Little Miami River. He honks his horn. The creatures shot out from under the bridge. One lands on his hood and croaks. The driver passes out. Version number 3.
Oh, no, wait. Is the car still going?
I don't know. Fade to black.
Ooh, Sopranos.
Sopranos. Version number 3. Same bridge. The motorist pulls over, and he gets out of his car and spots the creatures. All three are conversing animatedly. The driver calls out to them. One of the Loveland frogmen gets up, points his finger at...
So scary.
Points his finger at his friends in the universal gesture of, put a pin in it. Turns to the bothersome intruder. Can't you see we're holding a conversation? How rude. Holds out a wand over his head and flicks the Harry Potter approved apparatus. A blazing fire of sparks cannon out of the wand, and the
I have
motorist
no
flees
idea
the
what's
scene.
happening right now.
So, yeah.
I feel like I just blacked out and came back. It does
So
something
this third-
totally different. So the frog stands up. He points at the people. He says, give me a goddamn minute. Pulls out a wand. Lights it ablaze and starts shooting Avada Kedavras at them.
Yeah, basically. So that's why I was like, I love this cryptid, because if you look up like pictures of him, it's like this like silly looking frog like holding up a wand shooting fire. It's awesome. And like
I only.
Oh, no.
It's funnier to me because I'm picturing just like puke green colored Kermits in the middle of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's
give me
hilarious.
a goddamn minute.
And like
I gotta
these
brandish
three-
my wand.
The Loveland Police Department goose marched into the madness. Officer
Wait.
Ray Shaw. I think that's a name for like the generic entity of
It's
the.
not gonna be a goose wearing a badge.
Not a literal goose, unfortunately.
just like-
Although with this story, who knows?
Has like a high noon standoff with the frog man.
Matthew then dragged the body into his car. Oh wait, I skipped something.
What?
Sorry.
You drank the
Sorry.
body?
I skipped so much. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Shit got real fast.
Matthew, a man that wasn't known to overthink things,
What a reputation.
came out of his car, guns blazing. He shot the animal.
Matthew's a cool, collected guy. He came out of his car, brandished.
Guns blazing.
Guns blazing.
He shot the animal right between the eyes and double tapped it, Sicario-like, just to be certain that the Loveland Frogman was on an express trip to the lily pad up in the sky. This is fantastic. This is the best article we've ever had.
Ever.
Matthews then dragged the body into his car. The man wanted to show Shockey his catch of the day. According to Matthews, it was a, quote, large iguana. About 3 or 3.5 feet long, and he didn't immediately pinpoint the creature's ID because of its missing tail. Not a freaking Loveland frogman. Matthews showed Shockey the animal. The shocked Shockey confirmed that it was what he had seen out there in the dark that day. Matthews retold the incident to an author of a book about urban legends, but stipulated the author, quote, omitted the part that confirmed that the creature was an iguana rather than a frogman. All right. That was it. Season
We're done.
3,
We're
wrapped.
retiring.
All done.
3 seasons in a movie. That's what we said.
We said we'll do 3 seasons, get our contractually obligated 3 seasons, and then come back with so we can get those royalty checks in the mail.
Yep. So
And,
keep re-listening and sharing and liking and subscribing.
Yes. Keep listening, sharing, liking, and subscribing, voting.
Will there be another episode next
interacting.
week? You don't know. We're not going to
Who
tell
knows?
you. It might
Nobody
be. This might
knows.
actually be the end.
That would, who knows?
It could be.
All right, listeners. We love you. We cherish you. We give you kisses goodnight. Mwah.
And
And
above all,
mwah.
happy Halloween.
Halloween. Have a good Halloween Monday. Goodbye.